What's up, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to be reading some horror stories with my friend Josh. He found these stories on Reddit. He found them from random Redditors that wrote them. They're 3 different stories, and each writer will be credited in the description of the video, and throughout the video, you'll see their name pop up on screen. And please leave a like and subscribe, and if you don't, I mean, what can I do, bro? But you could if you wanted to, okay, I'm gonna stop. So this first one is called What Watches Outside the Diner. For the last hour, I've been driving down what seemed like a corridor of absolute darkness. It was the longest stretch of road I'd ever driven on that had no exits. I didn't even see any oncoming headlights. The radio lost signal miles back, and I've been listening to the hypnotic, rhythmic hum of my tires on the pavement since. I felt like the last man on earth. Then, the neon sign pierced my eyes. Highway 9 Diner and Truck Stop. The N and R in diner were completely dead, spelling out die. Okay, I see.
Oh, yeah. I was confused too, but I see it.
This made the hair on the nape of my neck stand up. The lot was completely empty, except for a single rusty flatbed truck near the back door of the diner.
Uh-oh.
My low fuel light had been on for the last 20 minutes or so. My eyes were getting heavy. They were filling up with sand. I had no choice but to stop. I might as well get a coffee, fill my tank, and hit the road again. When I stepped out...
That's the worst feeling. Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to
no,
interrupt,
you're good.
That's such... driving when you're, that tired is literally the worst feeling.
That is... I feel like I've done that maybe, one time. But when I felt it that one time, bro,
Yeah, that's when you gotta put on, music to keep you up and stuff.
When I stepped out of my car, I felt suffocated by the heavy silence of the empty highway. The air was damp. The smell was awful. Alex sour smell. Someone dipped pennies into expired milk. Bro, what? This dude showed up to this freaking diner. Nobody there except some rusty truck, tomater without the tuh.
That's a horrific and disgusting smell. I can't even imagine what that... Well, I mean, they put it into words, but, actually smelling that makes me want to throw up. I'd hate to be this person.
I buried my nose into the crook of my arm and pushed through the glass door of the diner. The normal sound of the bell chimed overhead, but it felt wrong. The smell of burnt coffee and grease was a much more welcoming smell. "Take a seat anywhere, hun," a voice called out. She was standing behind the counter, wiping it down with a gray rag. She was an older woman, probably in her early 60s. Her apron was faded with a plastic name tag with the name Kathy pinned. Her hair short and graying. She looked up and smiled at me. Her eyes didn't seem to meet. They seemed to be staring at a point inches above my forehead. Something flew over my head.
Interesting.
Led into a vinyl booth near the windows. Plastic seat. Just a coffee
okay,
black.
So it's like an old school diner.
Yeah, I thought of
but just rugged.
Sober by Donald Glover. Him sliding into one of those. Just a coffee, black, I said, my throat dry and voice sounding raspy. If I wanted gas, pay at the pump? Didn't even answer me. She just grabbed a ceramic mug and filled it from a glass carafe? Walked it over. Noticed as she set it down, her hands were shaking. Not so much a nervous tremor, but more like she wasn't paying attention at all. Drops sloshed over the rim, spilling into my hand. It was ice cold. Before I could say anything, she spoke. "Pumps don't work so good." "Okay, just coffee then. Any chance I could get it hot?" I asked. Before I even finished asking, she was already back behind the counter with her gray rag in hand.
God.
How fast is this lady, bro? She's 60, but
that's what I'm saying. So is she the only person in this diner so far?
So far, well, it might be her truck in the back, because if it's an older truck and then she person there, I mean, I would.
How much you want to bet this diner is been abandoned and she doesn't even actually work here? She kind of just lives here or something.
All right then, I whispered to myself. I turned to look out the window towards my car. Fog had now pressed up against the glass. I could barely see the outline of my car. I could see something.
Dude, this is like the worst setting to be in. Like I said, I would hate to be this person.
His name? I don't think they said his name.
I don't even know if it's a he.
But I could see something else. Figures were standing out beyond. 3 of them. They were
Oh, heck
completely
no.
still, silhouetted against the fog. Their faces pressed up against the exterior windows. What? Condensation from the fog made it hard to make out any features from their elongated gray faces. Don't
Oh,
look at
hell
him, a
no.
voice hissed out from behind me. I jumped, nearly knocking my coffee over. I hadn't seen anyone else when I walked in. I turned and peered over the seat. A man in a trucker hat was sitting in the booth behind me. He wore a dirty flannel shirt, riddled in dirt, staring intensely at his plate. Touched gray. Seeing a gray theme because, like, the lady that walked
Yeah.
in also had a gray.
Yeah, when I think gray, I always think of something that's deteriorating
Yeah.
or old or kind of dead, or close to dead. So there has to be some sort of theme, or maybe the gray is like foreshadowing something that's yet to
I
come,
feel like he's doing
or it could
that.
just be a metaphor to something. But yeah, definitely a gray theme.
Look long enough, they'll think you're inviting them in, the old man whispered. If you look, they will get in. Puzzled, I asked, so we have to wait for them to leave? I've been waiting 3 weeks, or was it 3
Oh,
months?
hell no.
Hard to tell how much time has passed here, the man answered, lips barely moving. What the heck? Dude, so this guy has to be dead. There's no way he's freaking living.
Yeah. I'm definitely liking the setting that they're kind of setting up with the diner being like in the middle of kind of nowhere, and then it's like this fog illuminating in. It kind of reminds me of the horror movie The Fog. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but this is what this kind of reminds me of.
I'm leaving, I said. My voice trembled. Others have tried. You won't make it. Plus, you said yourself you were looking to pump gas. Kathy bellowed from. I, I, I didn't see any other cars when I came in, I stuttered. Figures outside the window began to tap, tap, tap their fingers, or tap, 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 tap. Their fingers clicked against the glass like bird. For the love of, I yelled as I shuffled out the booth. Calm down, sweetie. Let me make you something to eat. I don't want anything to eat. I want to get the out of here. My voice still trembling. Why the are you guys so calm? The more of a scene you make, the longer they watch, the man replied. Tap, tap, tap,
What the
tap. The
heck?
fingers click against the glass again. All right. I sighed. So if we just do nothing, they will leave? Then we can get out of here? Kathy chuckled. Hun, take a seat.
Dude, it's probably going to take like another week or however many months for these things to just leave.
Creepy, bro. I don't know what I would
Yeah.
do in that scenario.
It's like one of those things where you just got to like ignore them as best as you can, but you don't know how long that could take. Like I said, that's strange. I'm kind of curious on like what this is going to end up setting up by the end. Like I wonder if there's going to be like a crazy plot twist, like oh, they didn't exist at all to begin with. It was like in their head kind of thing, or maybe they're like a weird cult or something. I don't know.
Dude, it
I'm
could be
I'm just trying
ghosts,
to
freaking aliens, like some type of weird thing.
yeah. Yeah. I'm just curious on like what we're leading into.
Walked toward me with a plate full of breakfast sausage. Her hand caressed my back, guided me back to my booth. Sat down, and she laid the plate down in front of me. Looked down at the pale, undercooked sausage. Thought to myself, I have never seen anything unappetizing as sausage links. You'll get
I'm gonna be
used to
honest,
them.
I'm not that big of a sausage person, are you?
Oh no, bruh. I don't really like them that much.
Yeah, any type of sausage I'm not a big fan of, but like bacon, if it was bacon, I'd be all right. I think I would ignore them over some bacon, but some gray undercooked sausage, hell no.
Bro, so if you were in this position, you would freaking be absolutely like livid. You would hate this scenario.
I would hate this scenario, but if they pulled out a nice thing of cooked bacon, I'd be
Bro.
like, all right, I could ignore
Uh
them for however long. Just keep the bacon coming.
this dude too hungry.
Hell yeah, good eats.
You'll get used to them. Sometimes you get so hungry, you wolf them down, and other times they'll make you lose your appetite at the sight of them. But they aren't the worst thing in the world, the man said. I turned to Kathy. The corner of my lip lifted to a slight smirk. Thanks, I said. Welcome, sweetie, said as she pushed past the door to the kitchen, setting off the chime of the bell above the kitchen door.
Mm.
I took my first bite, the figures started dragging their fingers along the glass, squeaking as they walked around the side of the diner. Wave of sudden relief washed over me, no longer feeling like an animal in a zoo, eyes constantly peering at me. I guess that's what we were now. Just animals behind a glass for these things. After what felt like a long time, I finished my food. Not so bad, right? The man asked. Hey, seriously now. On. Make it to my car. It's not too far. I can go to the next town and get some help. Said, with a false sense of confidence. Bro, well, yeah, because if these people are literally telling you, like, I've been here weeks and, like, days or whatever the heck, like, you can
Yeah.
really make it out, bro.
I don't know, because, like, in a situation like that, I would be thinking, wait, if they've been in here for weeks, clearly they've thought about running, but something's kept them from running. So it's probably, in my head, I would try to wait till, like, the sun comes back up before I try running back
Wait,
to my
yeah, you're not
car.
even lying, bro.
We don't know if these things could actually stay out till sun up. So that would be my best bet to do.
I said with a false sense of confidence. The man didn't answer. He just let out a low, dry chuckle and went back to staring at his plate. I sat in the booth, staring at my feet under the table, my legs shaking, trying to build up the courage to get up. Finally, I make up my mind. With my hands on each side of my empty plate, I push and lift myself up. Ding! The sharp, clear chime broke through the quiet. My heart hammered against my ribs, like waves crashing into the side of a rock wall. The man in the trucker hat snapped his head up. We both instinctively whipped our heads towards the main entrance. The glass front door was completely still and closed tight. The fog pressed up against the glass. The handle hadn't moved. No one was there. Ding! The bell chimed again. It didn't come from the front, it was closer. Slowly, my gaze drifted over the counter, past the dirty gray rag and pot of ice cold coffee, and towards the wooden kitchen door. The bell mounted above is still vibrating. Kathy, I called out, my voice cracking, desperately hoping to see her faded apron and her smile. But it wasn't Kathy. Okay, so something might have like
What?
that's a little confusing, but I guess like something came in
So
through the
what?
back and like ate Kathy.
Either something came and grabbed Kathy, or Kathy actually ran out herself. That's what I'm getting from that. While the things were focused on them, Kathy probably booked it out the back or the front,
Oh my,
wherever.
might be so right, bro. She might have used that opportunity. Like, what if it's
They're like,
like
oh,
two people always need to be there or something, and like finally a third person shows up so she can find.
yeah. So whenever the next person comes in, one of those, either the trucker or the main character, has to leave. I don't know. That's kind of what I interpreted. Maybe the comments will say something. Also, I want to give a shout out because this is by robco_1, the story. But the comments, the first comment says, "Please tell me there's more now. I'm hooked. I'm a huge horror fan, and I've been able to predict lots of how these stories end, but this one has me interested and puzzled."
Yeah,
Another comment says, "Very good read. Good hook at the beginning with the sign, missing letters. Nice touch." Another person says, "Good one." So there's a chance that this story might not be finished. This could just be the beginning
yeah,
of a story. Because sometimes what people do on Reddit is they'll post a story online just to get people hooked, and they'll kind of end it abruptly. That way, if it gets enough likes or shares or whatever,
yeah,
then they'll come back with like a second part and just continue on and flesh out the story. So maybe this is how it ends. Maybe Kathy just dipped off while the goon thingies, whatever they were focused on the other two, or maybe this is just an ending point for like the first chapter of a story, but who knows. I think this was pretty good. I could visualize things they were setting up with the diner.
yeah.
I do
That for
like
sure. I love that
yeah,
the imagery of it.
Yeah, and how it says die, and uh, still curious about the stuff with the gray and stuff like that. I wonder if there was a meaning behind that or not, or foreshadowing or something. But all in all, this was a pretty good read. All right, so this one is by Ornery/Traffic 2953. I found a photo of my new house with 5 terrifying words written on the back. This happened in the fall of 2019 in rural Ohio. My wife Emily and I owned a small farmhouse outside a tiny town called Hallow Creek. We moved there because we wanted peace, privacy, and a break from city life. Not gonna lie, sounds pretty peaceful.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, let me look back at the title. What did it say? I found a photo of my new house with 5 terrifying words written on the back. Okay, that's kind of creepy, not even gonna lie. For about a year, everything was perfect. Then, our farmhand, what is that?
I think that's someone that
Th-
kind of like, I don't think they live on the farm, but it's somebody that helps tend to like.
oh yeah. Like they'll help with like the animals or like fences or stuff like that. Okay. Our farmhand called me one afternoon and said something that I still can't forget. Daniel, I think somebody's watching me. Jake wasn't the type to scare easily. He'd worked for us for years. Reliable guy, practical, not dramatic. So hearing fear in his voice immediately got my attention. He told me he kept seeing someone standing near the cornfield, just watching. Okay, that's interesting. So they've already been here for a year and they're just now. I'm curious on why this person is stalking them. Maybe at one point in time this person maybe lived here or knows something about the house
Oh
that they
yeah,
don't know.
I was just gonna say they're gonna be like, you know what happened in that house, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Or maybe something's wrong with the farm. Like maybe the farm was built over Indian burial grounds or something
A
happened on the
cemetery or
farm.
something crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Whenever he walked toward them, they disappear. I assumed it was a trespasser, maybe a hunter or a local kid messing around. The next day, my wife and I drove to the farm. Something felt wrong. The moment we arrived, the property was unusually quiet. Jake looked exhausted, pale, shaken. Damn, poor Jake. This dude's dealing with some shit,
For
bro.
real,
I'd hate to work at this farm.
bro.
He'd have to pay me real good to work here.
I just had there's a freaking episode of Adventure Time of Jake the dog. They're in a maze and they're trying to get to the center, but obviously don't want to forget the way back. So Jake is like stretching himself. Jake is stretching himself so thinly, and he's so pale, and he's like, "I can make like something like." And so it's just funny. Jake look exhausted, pale, like bro.
That
Anyways,
makes you think of that. That's funny. W Adventure Time.
for real.
When he saw us, he whispered something that sent chills down my spine. He's here right now. I looked around. Nobody. Jake pointed toward the house, then toward the woods, then toward the field. He keeps moving, he said. Every time I look away, that same night, the scheduled power outage started at exactly 9 p.m. Okay. Why 9 p.m.?
Why a freaking
Okay.
scheduled power outage? Also, like that's so random.
Yeah, so this happens at 9 p.m. like maybe like once a day,
I guess I
every
don't know.
few
I
days.
think they just kind of dropped that one on us. Like,
Yeah, like the entire property disappeared into darkness. No street lights, no neighbors, nothing but miles of empty countryside. Around 10 p.m., we heard footsteps outside our bedroom window. Slow, crunching sounds moving through dead leaves. The footsteps stopped directly beneath the window. I looked through the blinds. Nothing. Then I saw it. A face.
bro, if imagine you hear freaking like crunching
Dude, so like recently I did like a movie reaction to something scary,
Yeah.
and I usually do these like movie reactions like super late at night.
Dude,
And
stop. Don't.
I always have this fear because like my desk is right next to my window. I always have this fear that like one day I'm just gonna look and peep out my window and there's just gonna be a face like just sitting there. And the thought of that always scares me. I don't know why. So whenever I do scary movie reactions, I always like peep or peek
Oh
at my
my
window because
gosh,
I feel
bro.
like something's gonna be there, and it scares me even more. So like the thought of like hearing something and it's late, the power's out, and you just see a face, dude. I would probably scream like a girl. I'm not even gonna lie to
You
you,
know how
dude.
scared I would be if that happened to me because there's a freaking window also to my left, but I'm on the second floor. So if I saw like a face like just out
Oh
there,
my
bro, dude, that'd
god,
be so
dude. It's like what the heck? Got freaking Kevin Durant
creepy.
standing
Bro.
outside my door or
Got
some
Will
shit.
Chamberlain in his mug. Freaking
Standing outside my window.
that boy Reed Richards talking about
Tall
some
ass.
oh.
Oh shoot, dude.
I don't even know what I would do, bro. I would just run away, scared the whole
Yeah.
night.
Alright, so standing just beyond the reach of my flashlight, watching us. The second I aimed the light at it, it disappeared. Okay, so at least we know Jake isn't like tripping.
Yeah.
There actually is something there. And Jake isn't just like, making this up or seeing things. Okay.
It can't be human, bro. Like it can't be a person, right?
So I'm curious on if it's an alien, a spirit, a demon, uh, maybe even a witch,
Something, bro.
or
Definitely.
any sort of cryptid. It could be anything. Jake refused to sleep inside the house that night. He stayed in the barn. Around midnight, Emily and I were laying in bed when we heard a faint laughter coming from upstairs. The problem? Nobody was supposed to be upstairs. I grabbed my flashlight and checked every room. Nothing. Then I noticed the attic hatch was open.
Oh heck no, bro! Right then and there, dude. I don't know what I would do. That is ridiculous, bro. The fact that you hear
Dude.
something upstairs, you check every single room, and then you see that the attic is open, and there's something.
Anytime like a house has an attic, I'm just like, oh fuck no, dude.
Dude, literally, and
Like,
then the fact that it's like, imagine it's super late at night, and you're looking at every freaking whatever room, and then you look into the attic, and it's just open, bro.
I will say this is definitely like, not to discredit the last story. I did like the last story, but I will say this one has me more engaged, but it's also creepier, I'd say.
But the last one definitely had a lot more imagery. Like I could put myself where they were writing
Yeah.
about. This one, like,
Yeah,
I'm just
I could
feeling it.
visualize the setting, and this I feel. Yeah, that's the bet. You definitely broke that down perfectly.
Hey,
'Cause
bro, you see
the last story, I could visualize it. This, just the
the
sound
feeling,
of it
and
is like,
dude,
yeah, it like I said, just peeping outside the window and seeing a face. Hell no, that would be terrifying. But yeah, I was almost certain it had been closed earlier. As I stood beneath it, I heard breathing. Oh hell no!
I just dropped my freaking
Heavy
jaw to the
breathing.
floor, bro. That's
Heavy breathing coming from above me. I immediately called the sheriff. Deputies arrived around 2 a.m. Oh my god, wait, what time was it? It was 10? Wasn't it 10?
like 10
Around 10 p.m. I
was the
heard footsteps outside
footsteps.
my window. So this is anywhere, let's say maybe like 12, maybe?
So you hear footsteps, see the face, you go back to your freaking bed. You're trying to sleep for like, you're probably spooked for like an hour. And maybe the next
Yeah.
hour, like around midnight, you're like maybe able to feel some type of this, but dude, you're still freaked. And then you hear like the laughing.
And the breathing.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. You had to wait like an hour or two knowing something's like in your attic or something. That's crazy. Together we searched the attic. What we found was worse than anything I had imagined. Someone had been living there. Oh, dude, have you heard of like stories of like squatters that would like live in people's houses?
Dude, I have, bro. It's so
Dude,
weird. That's something that's also
yeah,
creepy to me, bro.
yeah, that's terrifying. And it happens like a lot. Like it's very common, which is so scary. And what's worse is like I seen a video of somebody that exposed a squatter in their house. It was like on TikTok, and I think it got shared around the news. Like stuff like that is so freaking scary. Yeah, like you said, this would be perfect for like a short horror film or something. Okay, I'm gonna start back. There was a mattress, food containers, water bottles, lanterns, extra batteries. Whoever it was had turned our attic into a hidden living space. Then one deputy discovered a cardboard box. Inside were hundreds of photos. Pictures of Emily, pictures of me, photos taken through our windows, while we ate dinner, while we watched TV, while we slept. The oldest photo was 6 months old. Holy shit,
Bro,
dude.
that's like, I don't even know, because that's like a stalker or like some type of, or this could literally
Yeah.
just be somebody like plotting to, I don't even know, either like murder you or trying to like
Yeah.
befriend you, but in like a weird way.
Yeah, this took like a turn that I wasn't expecting. Because, like I said, I listed off spirit, demon, ghost, cryptid, whatever. I didn't.
So I'm still like, it kind of doesn't connect to like the faces like kept pointing left and right, and then like he kept moving type of thing.
Yeah, I feel like there's more than meets the eye still, and we just haven't got there yet. But damn, he's been here 6 months and he's just been watching you. You know how creepy that is? And then to actually see the pictures of it, it's like think about you and live just living your daily life, and then there's somebody taking pictures of you and you have no idea. And I wonder like why he's here, or maybe he just randomly stumbled upon a place that was like, oh, let me just squat here.
Yeah.
Because like I said, squatters, they like to do this thing where like they get this adrenaline knowing, oh, I could get caught staying in this person's house. And that's kind of why squatters do what they do. There was like an article I read. That's kind of why squatters do it, because they're like, oh, I'm trespassing. I'm living in someone's house. They don't know I'm here. And they get like this adrenaline rush. It's kind of like if you stole something and you got away with it scot free.
Yeah,
That feeling, it's like that, but like
definitely.
10 times more when you're squatting. So I just want to know why this person's here or what their goal is. Like maybe he is a psychopath and he's taking pictures of them and he's obsessed with this couple because they're like a young couple living in the middle of nowhere. Maybe he wants to kill them, or maybe he's just fucking around with them. I don't know. You could just be having fun. Someone had been secretly watching us for half a year. Then they found a notebook. Every page contained notes about our daily lives. Oh my god, this dude is freaking crazy, dude. Not only is he taking pictures, he's like documenting in a notebook.
Yeah, what the
Oh my
heck?
god. Emily left work at 7:12. Wait, did he actually put Emily? So he knows their names too?
Yeah, that is so. That's like so specific, bro.
How much you gonna bet this is like an ex of Emily or something? Or no,
Ain't no
because she's there
way.
too. She probably would have pointed it out.
Yeah, this has to be random.
Yeah, I don't know. This is so crazy. Anyways, Daniel spent 2 hours in the field. They still haven't noticed me. Reading those words made me physically sick. Dude, it's making me sick just reading this. That is so freaking terrifying. Then, we heard a loud crash downstairs. Everyone ran toward the noise. The back door was standing wide open. Cold air rushed inside. Whoever had been hiding in our attic had escaped. The sheriff's department searched for weeks. Nothing. No fingerprints, no DNA, no suspects, no explanation. Emily and I sold the farm 3 months later.
Holy crap! They wanted to get out of there expeditiously, bruh.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Shit. I wonder what happened to Jake. I wonder if he dipped off too. Probably. We moved almost 200 miles away. For a while, things felt normal again. Then Christmas morning arrived. Oh,
200 miles away though, like that's crazy. And they followed him.
yeah, that. Holy shit. what's 200 miles away from like where
Shoot,
you are?
from like mug from New York to freaking
Oh,
Boston. That's at least like one freaking state's worth, bruh.
holy hell.
Holy hell.
So this dude traveled 200 miles to keep.
Messing with these people.
This guy's
All
creepy
right.
as a mug.
Yeah, that's actually insane. When I opened my front door, there was a small package sitting on my porch. No return address, no shipping label, nothing. Inside was a single photograph, a picture of our new house, taken from the woods behind it. Written on the back were 5 words: I found you again.
Bro, that is ridiculous.
Oh my god. I hate how it's like starting to get dark where I am, because now it's starting to get like a little bit spookier now, and I keep doing the thing like I said where I keep peeping out my window. Damn, dude. Moving 200 miles and this guy still knows where you live. I'm curious on like if he knew them or was stalking them before the move.
Because they were living in the house for like a year, but
Yeah.
I guess technically 6 months into that year is when that guy found them. 6 months after that, they found out
Mhm.
about him. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's random, but I don't know.
What makes it scarier is that like this could actually happen. And stuff like this
Yeah,
does happen, you know? So
literally.
that's what makes this story even more creepier. Wow, okay. We called the police immediately. They never figured out where it came from. That was years ago. I've moved multiple times since then, installed cameras, changed jobs, changed phone numbers, but every Christmas morning before anyone else wakes up, I still check the porch, just in case another package is waiting. Has anyone else ever discovered someone secretly living on their property? Because honestly, I'd rather believe it was a ghost than a real person watching us all the time. Wow, dude.
That one's insane, bro.
That was a great story. And like I said, it's just scary because stuff like this really happens and it can happen. But man, like think how messed up that would make you. Like just like the guy in the story, he like changed his number, he changed his
Yeah,
job, he
yeah.
like set up cameras. Like you would never feel safe in your house. And hell, they've moved multiple times. So like for the rest of your life, you're kind of scarred.
Oh, and this is from the guy that actually wrote it. He says, "Thanks. The idea of someone secretly living on your property, watching you for months, is what creeps me out. Yes, I can't imagine
Yeah.
that happening. Same here. Just thinking about it gives me chills. Yeah, that is like the finding the photos part is like super uneasy.
Yeah, and notes too. Like he was literally
Knowing what you
documenting things
do,
that they were
yeah.
doing. Knowing your name, when you go to work, the time, like that is so scary. But what's creepier for me is that like I don't think about this often. So reading it, it's like, oh shit, now I got a new fear to think about when
Dude,
I'm home
stop, bro.
alone. That's so scary. Oh my god. I'm really digging this story though.
Yeah, this one was pretty good. So the other
Yeah.
person says, definitely creepy, sends chills up my spine. Someone said, this is absolutely terrifying. Then the writer said, thanks, I'm glad it had that effect. Sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that feel like they could actually happen. And that's exactly what we were saying.
Yes. Yes. Shout out to them.
Yeah, for real, bro. Yeah, that one was good.
Uh, uh, oh yeah, someone said that's 4 words. I found you again.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
that's,
does have 5 syllables, someone said after that.
bro, that is ridiculous. All right, well, that was the second story. That one was definitely, I think, a bit creepier. Probably just because it was like more realistic, so you can kind of
Yeah, a more
empathize a bit
grounded,
more with
realistic
it and
story.
relate. And before we get into the final story, a word from our sponsor, me. So please just subscribe, bro. Anyways, let's just get back to the video. Like, come on, bro. Just like or like the video or something, bro. Like, you made it this far, bro. This is a long ad video. All right. So this third one and final one is written by Reddit user named this Skelia or Skelia. It's called The Voicemail. She left me a message at 3:17 a.m. Coroner said she died at 2:50 a.m. Well, how the heck did she
Oh,
freaking leave one,
frick.
bruh? All right, let's get into it. I've listened to it 47 times. I know that number because my phone keeps a play count. Every time I convince myself I misheard something, I end up pressing play again. My sister Maya called me at 3:17 a.m. last Tuesday. Sleep, so it went to voicemail. By the time I woke up and saw the notification at 7 a.m., 3 police officers were already standing at my door. Maya had been in a car accident on Route 9. Found her at 2:50 a.m. Said it was instant. She never would have felt a thing. Said this as if it would help. Didn't help. I had a voicemail from her, timestamped 3:17 a.m. 27 minutes after she was already gone. Called the detective. Dude, yeah, that is so weird. So far, I'm intrigued. See what
Yeah.
happens.
But also, there is a thing where, like, maybe like in the area she was, maybe she didn't have service and like the text message is just sent
Oh
later,
yeah,
you
literally,
know?
bro. That
Because there's times where in the area I live, I don't want to say like I'm in the country, but I kind of am. So sometimes like if I text my mom and I start driving home, sometimes my message will send whenever I get home.
yeah,
So maybe it's just one of those glitches or the service thing, but who knows? Maybe it could be her texting from beyond the grave.
bro, chill. I called the detective assigned to the case. He told me timestamps can glitch. Talking about that. Told me cell towers sometimes delay delivery of voicemails by hours, even days. Said it was almost certainly recorded before the accident. It's delivered late. Almost certainly, he said. Almost. I've listened to the voicemail 47 times because for the first, holy crap, sorry, there's a freaking car that's going crazy.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Dude, they sent out a,
That bit
could you hear
like,
that?
yeah, I can hear
Bro, I don't
it. I
know if
was
that
trying
was
to
in the,
ignore it though.
I live in an apartment, bro, and freaking, they even sent a thing out like, hey man, we got kids that play, you need to go 10 miles per hour.
That dude was booking it. Freaking Lightning McQueen
You're not even
was
lying,
zooming
cuzzo.
through.
I've listened to the, bro, you tripping, bro. Country.
Oops.
I've listened to the
I'm gonna log
voicemail
back in.
47 times because for the 40 because for the first 46, I told myself the sound at the end was static, road noise, a tunnel. But on the 47th listen, with my headphones on and the volume all the way up at 2 a.m. in my silent apartment, I finally accepted what it actually was, breathing. Oh my gosh, bro, that gives you like chills a little bit, bro. What the heck?
I was about to say, like, what if, like, in her last moments, she tried to, like, send a message or
Oh
called,
yeah.
like, I love you, or kind of like a, farewell before they pass, and then, like, the message sent later.
Yeah.
Damn. That, that's so sad and depressing, not even gonna lie, just thinking about.
Breathing. Slow, deliberate breathing. Kind you do when you're trying very hard to stay calm. Then, just before the message cuts out, a whisper so faint I'd mistaken it for wind. Don't let it follow you home.
Oh, hell no. Okay, never mind.
So they were on the freaking phone. She left the voicemail, and then at the very end, there's like a freaking breathing. Then another thing that sounded like breathing or wind, and it said, "Don't let it follow you home."
What if, like, something was in the car with her
I don't even.
before it crashed? Like, what if she was trying to, like, warn him, like, don't let it follow you home, not realizing whatever it was, like, in her car and it caused the crash to happen?
The sister Maya was either saying that, or there was something good with her, whatever it was, a freaking ghost or whatever, saying, "Don't let it follow
Hmm.
you home." Don't know what she saw in those 27 minutes. Last night, I heard breathing outside my bedroom door. I haven't opened it since. This thing was probably trying to follow her home. I don't know, kill more or something. There's no way that breathing is that thing.
I'm just curious on what it is.
Yeah, what the
and why it followed her and now why it's after them. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's more questions than answers with this. And like, don't get me wrong, it's creepy, it's scary, it's also very sad what happened with the sister. But like,
yeah.
there's so many like so much going, like so much that's just left under the table. I think would have been scarier is if he kept getting messages after she had already died, or kept getting more voicemails and kept hearing weirder stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, what if he got a voicemail and like he heard himself or some shit, and then you'd like, wait, what? Like, I don't know. There's the idea is nice. I just think they could have fleshed it out a little more, added a little bit to it. But I still think it's a good story. What are you about to say?
I think something like cool and like eerie that maybe could have been done is like do another something with like 27 minutes. So like maybe she like first heard the thing like 7 a.m. like she was saying, maybe at 7:27, which would have been a cool like number. There was maybe like another voicemail that was like 1 second or something weird like that. Or maybe they sent a message to Maya, the sister, obviously grieving and saying, gosh, I can't believe you're why couldn't I have been there for you? And like you send it says like red or something. That would have been insane. Yeah, but I mean I like it overall.
Yeah. This one doesn't have any comments, so I guess we're just gonna leave that at that. But all in all, 3 good stories, really good stories. I still think the second one is probably the better one personally. Like I said, it just feels too real, something you don't normally think about, and it kind of just gives you a new fear if you don't think about it.
Yeah, I agree.
The first one was pretty good as well.
Yeah, the first.
Still curious on the ending though.
Yeah, guess that's it.
Yeah, it's 3 stories. I'd be down to do this again, actually. Especially with like, Halloween being like a couple months away. Maybe we could do something like this again. Maybe read 5 stories or something.
Dang, go with the horror story marathon.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. And like I said, I kind of just randomly found these within like, I don't know, probably like a 5-minute span.
Yeah.
I just found recent ones with titles that looked interesting. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too.
Shout out to these writers. And who knows, maybe if you guys are reading this and y'all have y'all's own stories you would like for us to read, comment them down below, and maybe we'll read them in the future. Do like a fan suggestion or something.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Definitely a fan suggestion. I feel like that might be more attainable than like reading someone's story that watches this.
Facts.
Like the video, bro.
Facts.
Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my friend Josh. His link is in the description to his channel. He has 3 different channels, so make sure you click around. And then also please support any of the writers that you would like to comment on their story on Reddit. I'm going to link the Reddit stories themselves in the description as well. And please like and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one, bro. That was pretty cool, bro.
Yes, sir. Facts.